Shout out to Leonise Williamson for sending me the story. Now, this story could have easily been a triple P, but considering what the outcome was, I decided not to make it one. And you'll understand why as I get into the story. And I'll even point out to you where the triple P would have came in. So in this picture is a man by the name of David Kangogo, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And he works as a Lyft driver out of Washington State, not DC, where he ended up picking up a passenger, and the passenger was a palm-colored male who started hurling racial slurs toward this man because all he asked him to do was put on his mask. That's it. Well, the guy refused to put on his mask. He kept hurling out racial slurs. There was a video that went viral and everything like that. Now, the thing that's keeping this video from being a triple P is what happened to the driver. Because of that palm-colored male, this guy right here ended up catching the woo-woo. So 9 times out of 10, he probably caught it from him. Let's get into it. A Lyft driver was diagnosed with the virus a week after a heated run-in with a customer who used racist language after the driver asked him to put on a face mask. David Kangogo, the driver, revealed his diagnosis on his Instagram page on Tuesday, November 24th. "I got diagnosed with the virus. I am now quarantined and trust and believe I'll get through this," he captioned the post. "Thank you for all the support I have been receiving." He ended the post with some advice. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and social distance. Kangogo's announcement came a week after he got into a now famous argument with a white couple while driving Lyft in Issaquah, Washington. He filmed part of the interaction and it went viral after he shared it on social media. The footage showed the male customer, identified by the New York Daily News as Joe Kasuba, screaming racial slurs at David. Kasuba was reportedly upset because David asked him to put on his face mask after he'd removed it during the ride. He called David a native of Kenya, the N-word, and a sand N-word. In his Instagram post, Kangogo said he started feeling sick on November 20th, 3 days after the confrontation with Kasuba. He was tested the following day and received his results on Monday. Kasuba was banned from using Lyft after the video went viral. He apologized and revealed how the video's popularity impacted his life during an interview with the New York Post. "We both lost the best jobs we ever had and are being evicted from the house we rent." That right there would have been the triple P moment. But because this guy ended up contracting the virus, and most likely from him, I could not bring myself to make this a laughing matter, at least on his part. As far as that PC couple goes, good. But notice that he doesn't apologize so much, in fact, for what led to this. He did not apologize, or he didn't bring himself to apologize for calling this man racial slurs. He only apologized on how the video's popularity impacted his life. So he's still thinking about himself, him and his significant other. See, even at the end of the day, he still has no heart, no soul. He only is apologizing because he got the brunt end of the force. He probably felt that he should not have been punished, or that nothing should have came of that. But he ended up losing his job. Both of them lost their job, and they say they are on the verge of eviction. Good for them both. But they didn't apologize for, one, calling this man racial slurs and disrespecting him in his car that he picked them up in, and 2, most likely giving him this virus. Amazing. Let me pause it right quick so you can see what this fat Humpty Dumpty doppelganger looks like. That's him. Look at him. Look at him. Sloppy. Got the nerve to be talking all that crap. And from inside someone else's car that's taking him where he needs to go. This fat tub of lard goes on to say, "I should have never said the things I said, nor acted like a complete idiot," he told the Post. "He didn't deserve that. Nobody does. I had too much to drink." Blame it on the alcohol. I swear they must have listened to that song by Jamie Foxx. It's an old song, but it's like ever since that song came out, everybody wants to blame it on that. like they say, a drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. So those words was on his mind at that moment. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter if he was drunk or not. He says, I had too much to drink and lost control of my tongue. And I said horrible things that I truly regret. You regret them because you went viral. You didn't care in that moment. And now you lost your livelihood. Like I told you, if that guy did not catch the woo-woo, this would have been the perfect Triple P moment. But because he did, I couldn't bring myself to make this a laughing matter, at least on his behalf. Now, as far as him and his spouse, whoever he was with, oh well. The fact that they lost their jobs and they're on the verge of eviction lets you know there's probably no other job out there that's probably going to hire them. And good, let them live along the land, amongst the land, however that saying goes. Maybe they can go find some living quarters on Skid Row. They might have to hike there, considering they got banned from Lyft, and hopefully Uber takes notice and bans them too. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comments. I hope that brother recovers and he's able to continue doing what he's doing. And that's the other bad thing about it. This was a side hustle for this guy. Now, because he has to quarantine, that takes money out of his pocket, unless Lyft got wind of this story and they're willing to compensate him in some kind of a way. But at the end of the day, they hurt his own personal economy by doing this foolishness. So that's another thing he should apologize for. And what they should have did was make him compensate him. I don't care if he's down to lint in his pockets. Y'all let me know what y'all think.